Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the support. As you can tell, I am okay now. I am fully recovered. I thank God for everything. Today we are going to talk about how to rent a house in Abuja, things to look out for while renting a house in Abuja. To my new subscribers, thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming on this channel. To my old subscribers, thank you guys for always supporting me. You guys are the real MVP. Thank you guys for always clicking on my videos to watch each time I post. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, who's this? If you have not subscribed to this channel, please click on the subscribe button just down below. There's also a notification bell just beside the subscribe button. Click on all so that each time I post a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. So guys, thank you for all you do to this channel. Stay tuned for the video. While looking for a house in Abuja, the first thing that you should think of is your budget. Like, how much do you have while looking for a house? How much do you want to spend on a house? Because one of the most expensive thing in this Abuja is housing. It is so expensive. No matter where you're staying in Abuja, housing is expensive compared to other parts of Nigeria. I know I've lived in Lagos for more than 20 years and I've stayed in Abuja for this is going to 5 years now. So I know what I'm saying when I mean housing in Abuja is expensive. As small as a self-con can be ranging from 150. 150 is that there's no water in the house. But if you want to get a good self-con with water, electricity, that's your own prepaid meter, water, electricity, good roads and all that, you should be getting ready to pay as much as 250 to 300,000 naira for a self-contained apartment. You know what I mean by self-contained? It's just one room that has the toilets and the bathroom and the kitchen inside that one room. That's what I'm talking about. So the first thing you should look out for is how much are you willing to spend on a house, and what kind of house do you want to rent. If you're a family, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom. If you're single, bachelor or a spinster, 1 bedroom. If you are a core member, a self-con should be okay for you. So the first thing you should consider is your budget. How much am I willing to spend on a house? So now if you have your budget, the next thing you should be talking about is the area you want to stay. Like, where do I want to stay? Like somewhere close to my work, or somewhere close to my church, or somewhere close to the market. You should consider location. Where do you want to stay? And also your budget is one of the main things that will show you where to stay. Do you get? Because if you are budgeting like 300,000 for a house, a self-con, you should be getting that in an area like Gwarimpa, Lube, Kubwa. If you have like 150, you should be looking at Nyanya, you should be looking at Suleja, you should be looking at Maraba side. But if you have like 500 for yourself on 500,000 to 600,000, you should be looking at Wuse. Like 350 can get you in Gariki, and all that. So by now you should understand what I am talking about. So after getting your budget, the next thing you should look at is the location where you want to stay. Most people live far away from their workplace, because you might be working in Wuse and you might not be able to afford a house in Wuse. But then again, that's not a problem, because transportation in Abuja is very, very affordable. From your house to your workplace will not cost much, and unlike Lagos, there's no traffic here. So if you say you want to be at your workplace in 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you can be there in 20 or 30 minutes, and at a very cheap rate. So transportation is not a problem. So you can still stay far away from your workplace as long as you can get a good house within your budget, because you can't be working and all your salary is going on rent alone. You've not spoken of transportation, you've not spoken of feeding and other bills that comes with it. So if you know you can stay far away from your workplace and you can get a cheaper house there, by all means get a cheaper house. Then you can sort out your transportation and the rest and still have enough to save at the end of the month. So after you have sorted out your location, the next thing you can look at, the next thing you start looking out is where to get a house. Like, how do you go about getting a house? The first place I know that you can get listing for houses are on Gigi. There's a website called Gigi. You can go on Gigi and type the location of where you want to stay, and type the budgets you have for a house. All the houses in that area will come out. Then you can make your selection. So if you don't find what you want in Gigi, you can also go to some agent. There are other agents around. If you go to Gariki, or just type agents in Gariki, you can see their names. Be very careful because of scam. Be very careful. Know the ones that have good rating. Know the ones that have 5 stars, and speak to them first. Get to meet them at least in a public place before moving to look for the houses. And you can as well go with somebody or tell somebody where you're going to, because these days we are not safe any longer. So if you can't find a house in Gigi, the next place you're looking for a house is asking an agent. If you have the contact of an agent, you ask an agent. Another thing is word of mouth. You can tell people, say I'm looking for a house, so say I'm looking for a house. So most people that see to let signs around their areas, they can tell you, okay, I see an empty house here, you can come and check it. You get, so that's another way you can find a house in Abuja. So guys, sorry for that break. So after finding a house, or after, if you say house in Gigi or you say house you want, the next thing you can do is call the agent for inspection. So what you can do is call the agent and tell him, okay, I'm seeing so house, is he available? If he tells you he's available, you tell him, okay, when can I come for inspection of this house? So he's going to give you a time and a day to come for inspection. Most of them tell you the inspection fee is 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. Most times that money is just to use it to run around looking for houses, and if at the end of the day you don't get a house, that's like the compensation fee you get. So call the agent and get to know when you can come to inspect the house. So after going to inspect the house, after finding the house and you see the house, sorry if I'm looking down, I'm just looking at the book, and after seeing the house you want to rent, the next thing you have to do is looking around the house. The first thing you need to check is, does the house have water? Because in Abuja here, most of the problem we have is water. That's not like most of the problem. Like, one of the problem we have is water. So you have to look out for a house that either has a borehole, which is the best, or they use water board. Abuja here, water board still works. So if you want to use water, if you want to go to a house that has a water board, you have to be paying for water every month. But that water board, like my house I'm staying now, we use water from water board. That water, the water that is coming from water board, you might just stay one day like this and they'll tell you, secular. We are washing the tank today. We are washing the tank today, and for the next 1 week you're not going to have water. Yes, it happens. And for 1 week straight you won't have water. You have to be buying water from all these malams that carry tank, and they sell like 250 per 25 liters, and you have to buy like 10, which is like 2.5. Is that what you want to be doing? So the first thing you have to look for is a house that has borehole, But if the house doesn't have borehole, you can get a house that has um, water board, that uses water board. If the house doesn't have water at all, that is a problem. You will have to be buying water all the time. So you have to look out for that. Another thing you have to look out for is electricity. Does the house come with a prepaid meter, or do you do hand bill? Be very specific about what you want. Left to me, I would prefer prepaid meter because it is pay as you go. Do you understand? But if you're going to be doing house bill today, hand bill today, they are giving you a bill of 2,000. Tomorrow they're giving a bill of 5,000, and you just be wondering that I'm just using lights and fan and television and maybe one um, fridge in my house, and they're billing me this much. So look out for houses that have prepaid meter. And if you're using a house that has prepaid meter, do well to go to the of their office to check the meter very well. There are some people that leave the house with bills in their prepaid meter unpaid. There are some people that are even owing NEPA. There are some people that have issues with their meter. Like I can remember the first time we came to Abuja, we had that problem. Well, after coming to the house, that was later when we found out that the meter was not working, and NEPA people were telling us we should come and pay for a new meter. When we went to pay for the new meter, they said meter was not available, that we should just wait. So in the process of waiting, another NEPA people came, and they were saying we have been using lights that we've not been paying for, and we explained to them that it's NEPA people that give us permission to use it until they give us a new meter, and they did not believe us. We had to pay as much as 80 something thousand to clear that bill. It was not funny. So please just look out for that in your when you get to a house. So when you have sorted out the light issue and the water issue, the next thing you should look out for is the walls. Very important. Houses in Abuja here, they are humid, like the walls are damp. So if you go to a house during the rainy season, or just renovated house, you might be fooled. When the rain starts coming, you will now see that the walls are peeling. You just stay like this, and you'll be seeing the paint falling off, and you'll be seeing the walls peeling. So that's another thing you have to look out for. If it's a just renovated house, the tip that I can give you to use and know some things like this is, you could go close to the wall, you tap the wall a little, see if the wall is hollow. If you feel that the wall has space outside, at the inside, you will know. Then you can perceive the paint. If it's smelling wet or damp, you should know that that paint is going to wear off in the long run. The best time to look for a house in Abuja is in rainy season, because if you're going during the dry season, you might not be able to tell all these things. But if you go during the rainy season, you will start seeing those signs from the house. And if you can't do without it, you can as well rent the house. Then every year you get to renovate, scrape out the paints, plaster it again and paint, if that's something you can do. But if that's something you can't do, please look out for that. And then again, another reason why I said rent a house during the rainy season another reason why I say you should rent a house during the rainy season is because of bad roads. If you rent a house during the dry season, you might not know that road is not motorable, but when the rain starts coming, you will see that you'll be parking your car in your friend's house, and you will not be trekking to your house just because of bad roads. So that is another thing you need to look out for while renting a house: the season. And if you have a car, if you need that place to be motorable, you need to check out and or ask people that this road, is it really good during the rainy season. Okay, that's another thing you need to look out for. You need to look out for security. Don't mind that voice you're hearing. Security, guys. You will just be in your house like this, and you will just see visitor that you do not expect in the night. That's not our portion. But then again, you have to look out for it. You have to ask, is there a security man in this compound? Do they have vigilantes at night, like security guys that walk around at night, people that you pay? Because most of the time you get to pay security fee every month to all these local guys that walk around to secure the place. If it's an estate, if it's a close or all that, you have to look out for security. Look out for the kind of doors that the house has. You get, look out for the kind of doors. Look at your neighbors. Look at the accessibility to the house, how secure the house is. It's very important. Your life is very important, your properties are very important, so you have to look out for that. And then again, after you've look at all these things and you've said, okay, yes, this is the house, you'll be ready to pay 10% agency and agreement fee. That is the standard in Abuja. You pay the agents 10%. I think 5% is for the agents and 5% is for the lawyer. When they give you that agreement, look at that agreement very well. Read it. Don't be in a hurry. Read it line by line and know what you're going to sign. Because sometimes in that agreement they will write that they will not give you a specific time to pack out. They will tell you once your rent expires you pack out, which is not so. Most of the time once your rent expires they're supposed to give you 1 or 2 months to look for a new house if you want to move out from that house. So read the terms and conditions in that agreement before you sign anything. Be sure that they conform to your standard. Be sure that it's something that you can agree to before you sign, because most of the time you don't know what you're signing, you just sign. So after you've done all this, you've looked at the house is good, it has water, it has security, everywhere is okay, you can now go ahead to pay for the house, and then welcome to Abuja. But this tips is not only for newcomers in Abuja. If you're also an old Abuja person, if you are Amala, as the Igbos will call it, or Omonile in Abuja, you still need to know all these tips while looking for a house in Abuja. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you guys for staying to the end. Thank you guys for your support. Um, thank you is not enough. Thank you is not enough, truly. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all you're doing to this channel. We are now at 200 subscribers. Kai, I can still remember when I was still at 5 subscribers, and now we're at 200 subscribers. So I strongly believe that you see that 1,000 we are heading to, it's just a piece of a cake. So if you have not subscribed till now, please